was kind of shocking at the end. Pretty crazy series of things that had to happen for them to flip it like that so quickly. I say golf's a game of inches, but I mean, really, it was. It sounds like Michael's ball on 17 hits above the bunker and comes back in, probably the worst spot it could be, and Ford's ball stays up by an inch. And then Ford's ball here on 18, you know, that ball, if it rolls another inch, it's in the bunker, and it's almost impossible up and down. And, you know, making a couple long putts. So it's just, I mean, those are the things that happen, I suppose. But, you know, if you believe in the golf gods, you would say they didn't want us to win today. You know, we did an awesome job. We got down a little bit early, but then kind of flipped it early in the second 9. And you know, I was with Jose all day. He was steady and beat a great player. And Mike, I think Ford's their best player. Mike was up 2 late. I think Ford made a long putt from off the green, I heard, on hole 16. So just a series of things that, and then in Preston's match, the guy making the eagle on 17. I mean, we've done that too, and that's kind of what it takes when you have 2 amazing teams and 10 great players playing. It kind of takes a little magic, and it looked like they had the magic on their side today.
So that kind of flip of the emotions can happen pretty fast in match play sometimes, but what is it like to experience it?
Yeah, I mean, you know that happens, and we've been on both ends of it. And these guys have played a lot of match play, so they're, you know, when they're 2 up, they're not thinking, oh, I've got this. It can happen really fast, and it's so emotional. Yeah, because, you know, it's not just one; it's 5 happening at the same time, and so it's a lot of emotion for one. And you're watching all of them. I can imagine, you know, our fans and people watching on TV happen really fast. But we were really never very far ahead either. You know, we were 1 up and 2 up in the last 3 matches, and the first 2 matches we were never ahead in those. So we knew we had to win all 3 last matches, and that's tough to hold those down the stretch. And we did a good job, but just didn't quite get it done.
How did you decide on your lineup? Did you want to go with your best 3 players last, just because?
Are they our best 3? Think about that. Yeah. No, I mean, we really liked Luke first. We loved that match. He maybe didn't have his stuff today, but we loved that match. He's an assassin, and he plays fast. Getting out front, we felt was a good match for him. And then, you know, the Riggs Burnett match is the same match from 2 years ago, exactly the same time, and Riggs won that 4-3. So we felt good about that too. Like, okay, this is a good spot. And then, you know, we thought they'd put Ford against Preston maybe, but they chose not to for whatever reason. It ended up working out for them. But Michael played Ford. I mean, I think in a lot of ways he outplayed him. And then I think P was still in really good position to win that last hole. So I don't know. I loved how the matches worked out. I felt like it was really set up well for us, and just didn't quite happen.
They say it takes kind of a little bit of luck too. You got to be good to win a national championship. You also got to have a little bit of luck.
Yeah, I mean, you can argue we got a little bit of luck last night to get into this, and it does. It takes a lot of luck, a lot of skill, a lot of patience, and a lot of just toughness. And we had a lot of it. We just needed a little bit more. You know, I'm remembering last year on that last green where Mason made those long putts to go into extra holes, and that putt that Michael had. I'm watching that putt. It's dead center. It peaks over the edge and then actually kind of fell back, and that's just not supposed to happen. I mean, that ball was going in the hole. So that's the difference. If that ball just tumbles over, he goes to the 10th hole and the match is tied, and Preston's in the fairway and the other guy's in trouble, and you know, maybe we do what we did against Oklahoma in the first round last year and win it on an extra hole. So it really is a game of inches and less than that, and we needed a little, you know, just another break or two.
You look at this and it's a young team. You've got 4 guys that are a sophomore or younger, so how much can this be built on this next year? You keep saying next year, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was a great year. I mean, 3 years in a row we've been in match play. There's only 2 other teams that did that. Super hard to do. Top 5 team all year. It was a great year. It's not only success if you win the championship. You know, we had a good year. This is hard to do everything we did. Next year, we'll see. I mean, we're going to be really good again. Same thing. Get to match play and go win a couple matches. And, you know, yeah, I don't know. I'm not quite ready to think about next year. It was so long to wait since last year to get to this point to think that I got to wait another year to get back here in this moment. or at least back in San Diego at this moment. It's a long way, but it's a fun journey, and I love doing it. And the guys are a blast. And they're great guys, and they work so hard. It's going to be fun.
What's in store for the off season?
Lots of recruiting. The guys go around, they play lots of big amateur events. We actually have a bunch of guys in the U.S. Open qualifier coming up in a couple days. Luke, Riggs, Preston, and Connor Williams, an incoming recruit, are all in the second stage of the qualifier, where Ding, incoming recruit's already in the field, plus Pooch is in the qualifier. So that'll be fun. That's kind of the next big thing that we'll all be tuning into. I think you'll probably be talking about a Sun Devil or two in the U.S. Open. That'll be fun. Yeah, just that. Getting ready for another year. A lot of recruiting. The guys, they're heartbroken, and this will be painful, but they get to jump right into a U.S. Open qualifying soon, and a British Amateur, and a lot of other big tournaments. So they don't have time to wallow in self-pity. I do. I'll be depressed for a few weeks, maybe a few months, maybe all year.